time for the first drive. Ooh. Right, it's fire up time. It's alive! Fingers crossed, nothing falls off. So, the first drive didn't go exactly well. I just cruised to the end of the street and back just to sort of give it a dial in because it's not fully buttoned up. Two new problems. Well, not new. Number one, power steering. Full lock left, mint. You start turning right and it judders. Dugga, 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 dugga. So I don't know whether it's my new cooler is causing too much friction on the return line or something. So I'm just going to put it back to the way it was because it was working fine. And the other problem I had was the radiator is just not coming, the fans are not coming on. I've tested the relays, they all work. And all the wiring, I've been scratching my head and I have found the issue. What I thought was a 2-speed switch down there, which has got 2 prongs on it, is not. It's just a feed and an earth. It's a single speed switch. I've welded in that bung now for that switch. I've got to try and find a 2-speed switch which runs that type of thread. That's going to be fun. So yeah, at least I found that problem. So now I can just wire it in as a single speed. So at least it'll work. And it's got sort of bloody power steering. Anyway, we'll get there. Apart from that, no ECU fault codes. No oil leaks yet, even better. Yeah, so yeah. Watch this space. Power steering woes. I had the same with this with the truck. I hate bloody power steering. It's great, but it's bloody annoying when it doesn't work. I've bypassed all of the cooling lines and everything, so I'm running a straight line to try and eliminate the issue. I've taken all the hoses off and cleaned them all out, brake clutch cleaner, cleaned all the connectors, put it all back together. Exactly the same. Got some special stuff to stick in the liquid, exactly the same. Where do I go from here? Rack or pump? Didn't have any issues when I took the engine out, but maybe it was about to go, I don't know. Bloody annoying, because everything else has come together really nicely. Custom cars, eh? So I got to try and find a pump. They're hard to find. So I'm just going to see which one I can track down, and then if that's not it, then it's the rack. And if it's the rack, oh, I've got to either drop the subframe or lift the engine. Sorted the power steering. I was pretty bummed out about it being broken because it's such a faff. And you get covered in power steering fluid and it's not nice stuff and you're chasing it. Anyway, I found the issue, loose connection. I came back to the car and there was a puddle underneath it. Followed the leak, tightened it up, put it all back running through the cooler, and we are sorted. Power steering is minto. Pretty happy with that. So next step is to head over to my buddies, who's going to lend me his ramp. And we're just going to run through the underneath and get all these nuts and bolts double checked. Got a slight rattle on the front left. So I just want to get that sorted out. Let's go. It's driving great. Clutch is lighter. Yeah, no complaints. So what I've got today is a good friend of mine, also my neighbour, has lent me his ramp. I'm going to put the Volvo up in the air, and I'm going to run through every single nut and bolt and mark them all off as I go, just to make sure it's all tickety-boo. Plus, we get to have a nice look underneath it for once. Let's get it up in the air. Have you subscribed yet? Why not? You get updates, all kinds of jazz. Well, she's up. Oh, look at those mates. I love these tyres, man. Massive. Ooh, she's sexy. Sexy, sexy, sexy. Right, let's start from the back. Exhaust is still all looking spanko. Not touching. We've got a little bit of clearance on the fuel tank, so I'm going to give that a quick bit of clearancing. I need to just tidy up these fuel brake lines a smidgy. Fuel pump assembly is all good. Working down. Set the drive shaft mount. Obviously you need to check all the bolts on that, just to make sure that's all dandy. Gearbox mount. Check all my bolts. I tell you what though, no leaks. No leaks. My driveway is going to be leak free, hopefully. Dry gearbox. Dry-ish sump. Now I have got a rattly-tattly from here somewhere, which we're going to need to investigate. There's definitely a rattle there, I can hear already. Man, this X-frame looks sexy. Ooh. Oh, I've got one drip. Oh. Right, let's try some bolts. Right, time for the first drive. Don't have my GoPro, so we're going old school, iPhone on the dash, which will probably fall over about 1,000 times. Got a piece of wood, which I'm going to use to wedge. High-tech stuff. Might stay there, probably won't. So, she's firing up nicely. Now the welded rear diff was horrendous. Basically wouldn't go around the corner. So the first test will be, power steering's working, which is a miracle after all the trouble we had with that. Oh, it's going around the corner. Now I've not driven the 331, so we're going to see how a 331 actually feels. Oh, there it goes, first time. Feels a little like there's a clunk. Maybe something's a bit loose. I've been through all the nuts and bolts, but I'm going to run through them all again. But brakes are a bit funny. They've still got paint on them. They're going to need a bit of bedding in. Idling at 650. Here we go. Ooh, power steering's working as it should do. Clutch feels a bit different. Clutch is a lot lighter compared to that comp clutch. Can it handle drag racing? Probably not. Are we going to blow it up? Probably. Flywheel, right now can't really tell the difference. The ECU's still on learning mode because it's been unplugged, so it's probably going to do some weird shiz. So far, so good. bearings in this axle. The centre ones have been replaced in the pumpkin. Wheel bearings, as you saw, didn't get around to doing them, but they looked in good condition. So we never know, we might have a howling bearing, in my luck. Now we've got to take it easy with 500 miles on this new rear diff. Oh, it feels very smooth. Oh yeah, and this clutch has got brake in as well. Clutch is super light, completely different to the comp clutch. Makes me think maybe it's too light. Oh well. The internet said it's fine, and if the internet says it's fine, then it's fine, right? We'll find out about that. So far, so good, touch wood. Right, on the open road now. Let's see how this. We've gone from a 355 to a 331. Third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear, sixth gear, 3,000 RPM. No funny noises yet. Running pretty straight. I need to get the traction all done because I've had the arms out. Idling 769. Volvo lobby. Everything is surprisingly smooth. No fault codes yet. Probably speaking too soon on that, but got operating temperature now. One of the good points to have a reference of what's been 3,000 RPM on the last. Remember, I had a 390. Now a 390 to a 331 is a big drop. We also had one drive on the 354, well the diff version, which I took it drag racing. Will the 331 kill my drag racing times? It might well do. I don't know, this gearbox is quite tight, quite short, so hopefully the 331 is stretched up gears. First test drive went pretty well. All the interior still, all the wires in the dash, all hanging out in case I had any issues. No fault codes, very happy with that. slightly higher than she used to on the new springs. That's okay, that doesn't bother me. It's a little bit more sleek. I did keep knocking some out springs as well a little bit low. Yeah, just a few little bits now, button up, and we can start driving this again. Happy days. It's taken way longer than I thought. Hope you enjoyed that episode of Spanos Antics, and the Volvo is all up. In the next episode, we take the Volvo on a road trip to Bristol. There's a few burnouts, there's a few breakdowns. Come along next week and see that episode.